Wisconsin was fired up for Vice President Kamala Harris as she put forward her future-focused vision for the United States of America and said, "We're not going back. We're not going back." And she talked about how she's a prosecutor and she knows Donald Trump's type. A convicted felon, someone who was found liable for sexual assault, a predator, and somebody who has bankrupted almost everything he's touched. Now, Kamala Harris is up in the polls. The new Reuters Ipsos poll has her up by 4. The new Marist PBS poll has Kamala Harris up by 2. Let me show you this brilliant moment from Kamala Harris's incredible speech earlier today in Wisconsin, where she talked about knowing Donald Trump's type. Let's play the clip.
So as Leah told you, before I was elected vice president, before I was elected United States Senator, I was elected Attorney General of the state of California, and I was a courtroom prosecutor before then. And in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. I promise you, I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week.
By the way, as you look at this polling data, this is from Reuters Ipsos, at 78 years old, Donald Trump is too old to work in government. 53% agree. By the way, as Vice President Kamala Harris was delivering that speech, here's what Donald Trump was doing. Play the clip.
Go, short.
Could happen.
Go.
Yeah, and that's what Donald Trump was actually posting on his social media right there. Here is another part of Vice President Kamala Harris's speech where she tells the audience, "Are we ready to get to work?" Play the clip.
He intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations and make working families foot the bill. They intend to end the Affordable Care Act and take us back then to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. Remember what that was like? Children with asthma, women who survived breast cancer, grandparents with diabetes. America has tried these failed economic policies before, but we are not going back. We are not going back. Not going back. We're not going back. We are not going back.
And here she talks about how Donald Trump represents failed economic policies and we're not going back. Play the clip.
And we have an election to win. So, Wisconsin, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Here, Vice President Kamala Harris talks about the breaking news that her campaign has now raised more money in a 24-hour period from grassroots fundraising than ever in the history of the United States of America. Play the clip.
And we just had some breaking news. We just had the best 24 hours of grassroots fundraising in presidential campaign history. And because we are a people-powered campaign, that is how you know we will be a people-first presidency.
And then she talked about who these donors are and who it is that we're fighting for. Donald Trump, funded and supported by billionaires who want to be an oligarchy, whereas Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign, funded by we the people, who want to preserve, protect, and defend our democracy, to protect women's reproductive rights, to defend and protect our freedoms from predators like Donald Trump. Here, play the clip.
But let's also make no mistake, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This campaign is about who we fight for. This is about who we fight for. Just look at how we are running our campaigns. So Donald Trump is relying on support from billionaires and big corporations. And he is trading access in exchange for campaign contributions. A couple of months ago, you all saw that a couple of months ago at Mar-a-Lago, he literally promised big oil companies, big oil lobbyists, he would do their bidding for $1 billion in campaign donations. On the other hand, we are running a people-powered campaign.
And here is the moment where Vice President Kamala Harris announced that she's officially secured the Democratic nomination. Play this clip.
So, Wisconsin, I am told as of this morning that we have earned the support of enough delegates to secure the Democratic nomination. And I am so very honored, and I pledge to you, I will spend the coming weeks continuing to unite our party so that we are ready to win in November.
And by the way, compare that to what Donald Trump's been posting. This is what Trump posted right around the time Kamala Harris gave that speech. Does lying Kamala Harris think Joe Biden's fit to run the USA? She must answer this question. Now it appears Joe is delegating authority to unelected Washington bureaucrats. Who is running the country? Right, it's just, we're not going back. We are not going back. And that's the future forward looking vision that she put forward in this speech. And it's also the energy that's in that crowd is rubbing off as well on the other down ballot races. This is the Democratic senator from Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin. You know, we've had her on our show before. She's running against one of these millionaire oligarchs from California, a guy named Eric Hovde, who's from Orange County, who's going to Wisconsin, ultimate carpetbagger, and acting like he's from Wisconsin. They're all J.D. Vances. They're all such phonies. Here, watch Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin play the clip.
And Wisconsin, for that U.S. Senate seat, I am being challenged by a self-funding multimillionaire by the name of Eric Hovde. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about him. Eric Hovde owns a $3 billion California bank. He owns a $7 million Ocean View mansion in Laguna Beach. And he's actually been named one of Orange County's most influential residents 3 years in a row. Folks, we have a green county, we have a brown county, we do not have an Orange County, Wisconsin. And you may laugh at that, but the stakes of this race are high. Eric Hovde celebrated when Roe was overturned. He said he's 100% anti-choice. Meanwhile, I am the one leading the effort to restore reproductive freedoms with my Women's Health Protection Act. On health care.
And here is the Democratic Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, feeling fired up as well. Let's play the clip.
Leader Jeffries, first, will you endorse Kamala Harris? And then I have one other question for you.
Well, Leader Schumer and I are scheduled to meet with Vice President Harris shortly. The House came back into session today. The Senate does not come back into session tomorrow. I'm excited for that meeting, and let me say this, that Vice President Kamala Harris has excited the community. She's excited the House Democratic Caucus, and she's exciting the country. And so I'm looking forward to sitting down with her in person in short order with Leader Schumer, and we'll have more to say about the path forward as soon as that meeting concludes.
Instant karma being delivered to Donald Trump. And just look what Donald Trump's emailing today. He emails, "I love Elon Musk. I am Donald J. Trump and I love Elon Musk." That's actually the email that Donald Trump sent to his listserv today. "I love Elon Musk. He endorsed me. He is great." As Simon Rosenberg, our friend on the MeidasTouch Network, said, seriously, folks, what's going on with Trump? He rarely speaks in public, refuses to do interviews with traditional journalists, spends all day mad truthing, sounding batshit crazy in his convention speech, blew his VP pick. Doctors who treated him still haven't spoken publicly, and that's absolutely right. It's just all post after post after post from Donald Trump. We ain't going back. We're looking forward. Instant karma being delivered to Donald Trump. This is like his worst nightmare right now. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.